Live from the Coliseum in Jackson, it's the MHSAA Basketball Championships. Time now for the Class 4A Boys State Championship match between the Panthers of Amanda Elzy and the Warriors from Corinth High School. Welcome courtside here, Will Colmeyer alongside former Ole Miss standout and highly successful girls basketball coach here in Mississippi, Stephanie Murphy. And Stephanie, got a classic matchup here. These two teams saw each other just 2 weeks ago. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But when we talk about Amanda Elzy, they've got several good players. The headliner, Mr. Dunlap.
Yes, Maurice Dunlap, he's a sophomore guard. He averages about 16.1 points a game. He can get streaky, a very high shooter. He opened up the first quarter of the last semifinal game with 13 points. So look out for guard Maurice Dunlap to get off to a good start.
Maurice Dunlap playing for head coach Gerald Glass, the former Ole Miss All-American. He knows all about shooting. He still remembers 2 weeks ago that loss to Corinth in the North Half's finals. But tonight, it's a brand new game.
That's not a factor. We think about that, but tonight, it's all for the marbles. We're going to go out and play hard, and hopefully these guys are going to leave it all on the floor.
Well, we change gears from Amanda Elzy now to the Corinth Warriors. And they've got an inside guy, Mr. Weeks, that very physical, can score, can rebound. He's our headliner for the Warriors.
Yes, Dion Weeks, 6'3", senior forward, averages 16.5 points a game, which leads his team in scoring. Like I said, had a double-double in the semifinal game and a very confident long-range shooter.
Weeks, of course, with Keith Green and the rest of these Corinth Warriors, they made it to the state championship game last year. Lost to Boonville in the finals. They had a bad taste on that tongue. Coach Green just moments ago said they don't want that taste after tonight.
Well, I mean, we've experienced that feeling, and we don't want that feeling again. We got some good players. Our seniors are really hungry, and they've talked about winning that gold ball. I sure hope they can tonight.
So we set the table for Corinth and Amanda Elzy. Both teams being introduced right now. We're going to take a short timeout, and when we come back, we'll tip this Class 4A Boys State Championship up in the air. Corinth and Amanda Elzy, it's straight ahead here on MPB.
We have shown opportunity to generations of young men and women, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service, a feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the MHSAA network, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
The 2012 MHSAA Basketball Championships are brought to you in part by Mississippi State University, committed to advancing our state through learning, research, and service. For more information, go to msstate.edu. By C Spire Wireless, your personalized wireless. By Bank Plus, it's more than a name, it's a promise. And by Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center, life is a sport. Before tonight's tip-off, we're going to send it over to Todd Yates. Todd?
Well, Will, Gerald Glass has had a long and winding road back to the big house. He first came here as a skinny ninth grader who didn't even get to play in the Panthers' first-round loss in the state tournament. Of course, as you said, he went on to a storied career as an All-American at Ole Miss and spent 4 years in the NBA. When the chance to return to Amanda Elzy, his alma mater, came to him 3 years ago, he said he jumped at it, knowing what a championship would mean to that school, his school, and that community. He said he wanted to be the person to bring that championship back home to the Delta, and he told me before the game he is taking tonight's contest very, very personally.
All right, Todd Yates, thank you so much. Quickly, let's take a look at your starters as they get ready to tip this baby off. Corinth and Amanda Elzy. We'll get to those starters in just a bit, but let's get this thing started. Corinth and Amanda Elzy. Remember, just 2 weeks ago, it was Corinth by 3 in the North State Finals. Who will win tonight's gold ball? And Corinth will start things first, going right to left. They're in the white with the red and black trim. Amanda Elzy in the royal blue with gold. The miss from the left corner, the left wing, I should say, and the weak side rebound was missed by Sorrell. And here comes Amanda Elzy quickly down. The miss by Middleton, but the follow is in, and Amanda Elzy scores quickly. So let's see what Corinth will do here on their second trip down.
Amanda Elzy opened up the first quarter with a 2-3 zone. Looks like they're trying to focus on keeping the ball out of 42's hand.
The shot from the right wing is missed, but the Cardinals sin, Stephanie. You foul a shooter shooting a 3, and so 3 free throws coming up for Jose Contreras. As a coach, that'll give you a gray hair or two, won't it?
Right. It's never a good time to foul a three-point shooter.
Contreras this year at the free throw line, 62%. He comes in averaging 4.4 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he makes the first. He'll get 2 more. Stephanie, when you look at this matchup between Amanda Elzy and Corinth, some things that you're looking for tonight.
Definitely looking for Corinth to get out and run. Also got a contrast for the defenses that they play. Amanda Elzy is playing a 2-3 zone, and then you had Corinth playing picking up full court man. So there's going to be a difference as far as the style of play. Contreras
1 out of 2 so far. He'll try for the 3rd free throw. Had 10 points in the win against Bay High School the other night, and he makes 2 of the 3, and we're tied 45 seconds into this ball game. Some pressure by Corinth. Elzy breaks it, and setting it up will be Larry Johnson. Nice penetrator. He's got a pretty good mid-range jumper. Left corner, down low on the left side, and a reach-in foul. They try to go inside to their big guy, Middleton, 6'8". He stands out among the folks out there. Long and lean. Elzy will inbound it to the left of their hoop. And setting it up again is, this time, Lehman. Now right wing three-pointer. Good look and a little long on the jumper by Dunlap. Inside, a little jump hook. Missed by Lehman. And now Corinth gets the rebound, and now foul in the backcourt on the Panthers. Had some great looks right there. They just couldn't quite put it in the bucket.
Right, great opportunity. You don't want to get that foul 90 feet away from the basket.
So we're tied at 2. We hope this game lives up to the earlier game tonight between Pontotoc and Forest County on the girls' side for the 4A state crown. They get it down low on the left side, and 2 free throws coming up for Raheem Sorrell. Some of the coaches that I've talked to this week, Stephanie, say Sorrell just gets better and better as the year goes along. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's definitely about improving. Like I said, you can get the clicking and get the players playing the way you want to around late January, February, then you're right where you need to be heading into the playoffs.
Sorrell misses the first. He's a 61% free throw shooter, averaging 11.5 points for head coach Keith Green, 6.6 boards. Had 14 in that win against Bay High. The Tigers out of Bay St. Louis fell to this Corinth bunch, 58-55 on Monday's semifinals. Raheem makes the second of 2. So Corinth's 3 points have all been from the free throw line. Down low again. Middleton off the board, back, no good. And this time 1 and done for Amanda Elzy. Pull up NBA three range there from that right wing. And that is Eric Richardson.
Oh, he pulled that one pretty deep.
They say he can shoot it from downtown. We are in downtown Jackson. Shot there by Richardson. He now has 83 of those three-pointers on the year, and there's an offensive foul. Contreras, he's the guy that does the things that not all the players want to do. He goes after those loose balls. He's the garbage guy, and he just took a nice charge right there.
Yeah, every team needs a player that doesn't have to get their name in the paper, but that's willing to do all the dirty work for them.
Contreras is that man for the Warriors. In the right corner, now driving right baseline, strong move, but the shot was affected by Middleton, and Elzy in transition, trailing Corinth by 4. Right ring, now down the lane, off the glass, and it goes. A terrific move right there by Jones. Comes in only averaging 2.3 points per game, so he's not used to scoring, but he made a terrific move there to cut it to 2. Spinning in the lane, left side, in and out, and back in.
Pretty move.
That's Weeks. He's the guy you featured on the pregame show. Corinth has now doubled up Amanda Elzy. You can see Weeks, very strong body. In fact, he'll be playing college football next year. Down low on the right side, the miss. That one was missed. And here comes Corinth in transition. Richardson again, this time from the left wing. No good, but a nice save, and a layup is in.
A lot of energy early on by Corinth.
Weeks gets credit for the bucket, but Corinth hustle proved to be the difference on that trip down. And Corinth now enjoying its biggest lead of the evening at 10-4. Approaching the 4.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. And a rebound off the miss. There comes Garner. He's the point guard for Corinth. Contreras, free throw line, 15-footer, no good. And Middleton rips the rebound, the outlet. One-on-one. That is Dunlap. A miss, though, by Dunlap.
Got a couple of missed chippies by Amanda Elzy early on.
Sherrill goes all the way down. In fact, Sherrill gave the outlet to Garner, who went all the way down the lane. And 2 free throws coming up for Garner. There's the hustle on the previous play. Contreras making it happen. Garner will be at the free throw line, a 72% free throw shooter. Gerald Glass a little uneasy on that Amanda Elzy sideline right now. First free throw, nothing but nylon for Garner. He's averaging just under 8 points tonight, 7.9, 2.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Very good defender, kind of sets the tone, something that you really want out of your point guard position, Stephanie.
Yeah, you definitely need a point guard that's going to kind of establish the way you want to play for the night. The point guard is the coach on the floor, and he's doing a good job of setting the tone for his team.
Doesn't really look for his shot, but he's hit some big shots down the stretch. And one of the reasons why Corinth is here in the state championship against Amanda Elzy. 5 out of 6 at the free throw line so far for Corinth. The Warriors lead by 8. Right wing. They get it down low to Middleton. Try to get a little give and go. Ball knocked away and stolen. Here comes Garner. 3-on-2. From one side of the lane to the other. Picked up by Weeks. And a whistle. Another foul coming up for the Panthers of Amanda Elzy.
That's a nice head fakes by Weeks to get his man into the air, and then he just threw himself into his body. So that's a smart play by Weeks.
And Weeks, with that frame, he doesn't mind creating some contact. As we mentioned, he'll actually play college football next year. Of course, if he continues to play well, he might get some offers to play some basketball, too. He had a double-double last time out, 16 points, 10 rebounds.
Pretty impressive.
Misses the first. That's rare. He's a 72% free throw shooter, averaging 16.5 points tonight. Right at 6 rebounds. Second one is good. Corinth, 75% early on at the free throw line, 6 out of 8. Amanda Elzy has yet to shoot a free throw. Jones and Lehman have your 2 buckets for the Panthers. Left wing, good looking shot, missed, but the follow on the weak side by Jones, that one was missed. Lehman had a good look. But here's Richardson the other side. Maurice Dunlap says, nah, I don't think so. And in transition, Lehman, the alley-oop to Middleton, a little high. And it goes out of bounds, a turnover.
I think Amanda Elzy is still playing with a lot of nerves. They kind of starting out as far as the shooting like Coldwater boys. If they just settle down and be a little bit more patient, I think those shots will start falling for them. And
it worked out all right once Coldwater settled down. They end up walking away with the title earlier this afternoon that Stephanie and I did against Bakersfield. Down low, the turnaround was missed by Sorrell, and Elzy has it. And nerves is understandable. This is the first time Amanda Elzy in school history has played for a title.
Right, this is a big stage.
The biggest in Mississippi. Whoa, speaking of the big stage, Lehman says, I don't mind climbing the ladder.
That may get him going.
Oh, flushed it big time with emphasis. Lehman with 4, and Corinth's lead is now at 7. Contreras, left corner, Weeks. Spins, terrific move on the baseline.
Well, that was silk.
Nice counterpunch by Corinth, and they went to their main man, Weeks.
He quieted the crowd right back down with that play.
Well, that's what you want, don't you? When you get the crowd, the opponent's crowd going, you got to go to your main guy, and there's a good spin move inside, but they missed, but getting the foul, almost the old-fashioned three-point play. Lehman. He'll get 2 free throws. And there you see that flush earlier. One more time. And now you'll see Lehman at the free throw line. What will he do at the charity stripe? A 67% free throw shooter. Misses the first. He's averaging 14.6 points a game for Gerald Glass. Corinth going to the bench. And bringing in that guy right there, that's Kendrick Williams. He's a muscle guy. Rebounds very well, very physical. And you can see by that frame, Stephanie, at 6'1", about 210. Second free throw goes by Lehman. He's got 5 of the 7 for Elzy so far. Under 2 minutes left in this first quarter of the Class 4A Boys State Championship. In the lane. Back of the iron, bouncing around, missing by Weeks, but there's Contreras. Three-pointer on the way, no good, but free throws coming up as Garner missed, but a foul behind the arc. Gerald Glass not agreeing with that. But I don't think he's going to win that discussion.
Most of the time coaches never do. We just like to fuss for the fun of it.
Get that next call, right? Hopefully. Gardner will go to the free throw line to shoot a trio of free throws. He made his first 2 on his first trip. He's now 3 for 3.
This is the second time in this opening quarter that Amanda Elzy's fouled a player shooting a three-pointer, so that's just not what you want. It's just giving up too many easy baskets.
That first one was to Contreras, and he made 2 of 3 free throws. And now Garner has to make this one to try to do what Contreras did. And Richardson leaves. And Desmond Harris is in. This guy is instant offense. Look for number 5 for Corinth. That's third free throw is good. So Garner makes 2 of 3. He's 4 for 5 at the free throw line tonight. Corinth has scored nearly half of its points at the free throw line. And they now enjoy a 10-point advantage. There's Dunlap. A long 2 for Dunlap. Had the foot on the line.
That time we had a screen set to kind of free Dunlap up a little bit to get that shot off.
Good move there because Dunlap is their top scorer. There's a steal. Here's Dunlap. He will climb it and flush it home. Here come the Panthers. Back to within 6. And that Amanda Elzy crowd out of the Delta loving it. And now an offensive foul called. And let's see the replay. Look at Dunlap. He knows what to do, as does his teammate Lehman. When they have some space, they can really climb that ladder and flush it home.
Dunlap is a very impressive sophomore.
Good point. Just a sophomore. Very smooth. the top three-point shooter for Amanda Elzy. They get it down low on the right block. Middleton's turnaround is missed, and the rebound belongs to Weeks. Here's Harris, back out to Contreras. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if Corinth goes for the last shot. A little leaner, creating the contact. Nice heady move by the senior Weeks.
That's the same play. Weeks got him in the air again. The defender just going to have to stay on his feet and not go for those head fakes.
Good shot of Gerald Glass right there. I remember covering him back in my TV days. He played Chris Jackson and LSU one night in Oxford. I know the Ole Miss fans remember that one. Glass had 53. Chris Jackson had 55. Ole Miss won that game in overtime, 113 to 112.
That's putting up a lot of points.
Yes, you don't see that much anymore in college basketball. That's like the old NBA scores. Second free throw goes for Weeks after he missed the first. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jones down low to Dunlap, block shot. Here comes Corinth, they've got 5 seconds. Richardson pulls up, shy, and it's the end of the first quarter. Could have maybe took another dribble or two, but we played 8 minutes. And the scoreboard reads, Gerald Glass's Panthers down 18 to 11 to Keith Green's Warriors from Corinth. We'll be back for the second quarter here from the Mississippi Coliseum here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
"2012 could be the end of the rut you're in, of telling yourself you don't have the time, of worrying if you can afford it. No more excuses. With Antonelli College, 2012 could be the year you start training for a career you really want, the beginning of a brighter future, the start of something better. Antonelli College.
Did you know Mississippi's 15 community colleges will teach more than 250,000 people in an average year? Nearly 72% of all college freshmen in our state attend a community college. Average tuition and required fees for the whole academic year are just $2,174. A community college is close to wherever you live. Community colleges provide education and workforce training to help us build job skills. Community colleges, in our second century, making a difference in the lives of Mississippians.
Hotel stays at the Cabot Lodge Jackson North and the Cabot Lodge Millsaps include a complimentary hot breakfast buffet, evening reception with beverages and popcorn, access to a fitness center and complimentary wireless access. Meeting rooms for corporate or social functions available at both locations. On North State Street in Jackson near Millsaps College and in Ridgeland off I-55 at County Line Road. Reservation information available at cabotlodge.com.
Broadcast of the MHSAA High School Championships made possible in part by Antonelli College with campuses in Jackson and Biloxi as well as online classes. By Mississippi Community Colleges and the 15 public community and junior colleges around the state. And by Cabot Lodge Jackson North and Cabot Lodge Millsaps. This MHSAA basketball tournament is also made possible in part by McAllister's Deli. Delicious is in the details. By Applebee's. What can you do in 12 minutes? How about lunch at Applebee's? And by Mama Hamill's. Serving up scrumptious Southern comfort food. We are ready to start the second quarter. The first quarter belonged to Corinth. Leading by 7. Corinth getting it done. 9 of the 17 were at the free throw line. They get it down low on the first trip down. Missing the first shot, but there's Middleton with some loose change.
Good work by Middleton to stay aggressive on the offensive boards.
First quarter, looking at shooting percentages, 31% for Amanda Elzy. Corinth at 31%. Down low on the right side, Richardson. A whistle.
Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped on the baseline, so it'll be Amanda Elzy basketball, length of the court. Corinth setting up with a little pressure. What's going on out there, Stephanie?
Corinth set up in a little 1-2-2, probably try to change the tempo a little bit to throw.
Dunlap three-pointer, and he is fouled by Richardson. And so 3 free throws coming up for Dunlap. Dunlap held to only 2 points, well, in that first quarter.
Dunlap really gets off the floor well when he shoots his three-pointer. He has good elevation, makes it hard to contest the shot. But you still just want to contest it with your hands up and not bail him out by fouling.
First free throw is good. Dunlap, he's smooth even at the free throw line. 83%. That's a nice number.
Very good number.
You can see why they want the ball in his hands a lot. Second one, back of the iron. I apologize to Maurice and his family. I just jinxed the stew out of him, didn't I? When
That happens every time.
It does. He's the sophomore shooting guard, 16.1 points a game. Long range, very confident shooter. This one also is good. So Dunlap makes 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Full court pressure by Amanda Elzy and forcing the turnover. Down low to Middleton into the corner. Dunlap for 3, ringing up. Dunlap has got this Amanda Elzy crowd on its feet, and Keith Green wants to talk about it. All of a sudden, it's 18-18. One more time, Stephanie.
You can see why Dunlap leads his team in scoring with over 16 a game. He has a beautiful jump shot. And he just showed then a nice kick out, wide open 3, drains it.
Heady play by Middleton. Most guys, you get it down low, and they want to turn around in that low block, but he knew what to do. He kicked it right to Dunlap. They've done that before, I believe. And Dunlap now, yet another three-pointer. He had 13 first-quarter points in the semifinal win against Laurel. You can see when he comes out on fire. Look out.
Looks like it doesn't take him very long to heat up either.
No. So Amanda Elzy, 26-5 on the year. Corinth, 29-5. Corinth going for its 6th state title in the school history, the first since David Robbins won the 3A crown back in 2002. Back then, he had a starting lineup of Brown, Howard, Davis, Wood, and Roberts. Ball movement in the perimeter. Harris to Contreras.
Amanda Elzy is really picking up the pressure here in this quarter.
And you can see the turnovers have been the result. And Contreras went for the loose ball, but a reach-in foul. And Contreras will get the foul for Corinth. That's his first. Corinth has 5 team fouls. Amanda Elzy and its coach, Gerald Glass, 8 so far. Tie ball game. There's Dunlap feeling it, and he does it again.
That's a heat check.
A heat check. If that was his heat check, I can't wait to see his next heat check.
One more, he is officially on fire.
Okay. That's the Stephanie Murphy barometer, folks. She should know. She played in the SEC. There's a jumper on the left corner. A little strong by Garner. And Elzy into the front court. Deflection in the corner. Faking the 3. Driving. And now they'll set it up. I would look for Mr. Dunlap.
Dunlap on this play.
They get down low to Middleton. Back on top. Now driving down the boulevard. The roll did not go for Jones, but there's a steal. Another turnover. Laying it up and in. This time Jones finds the mark. He's got 4. And Amanda Elzy has scored all 12 points of this second quarter. Corinth was liking life at 18-11 after 1, but it's all Elzy here. And there's a double dribble. Pressure defense. Keith Green, though, is asking for a deflection across the way, but that defense has really been turned up.
Yes, the pressure defense that Amanda Elzy is putting on Corinth right now is what's causing this lead to kind of stretch out some.
Talked to a lot of the so-called experts this week, and they expect this one to go down to the very end. Some say free throws could be a key. We'll see what happens. A matchup of the top 2 ranked teams, 1 versus 2 in 4A. Right wing, daring the three-point shot, and Jones misses, but there's Middleton. High off the glass, no good. Richardson in transition for Corinth. Down low on the right side, Weeks tries to fake the baseline move, and then he drives toward the free throw line, and the jumper is missed. Middleton gets another rebound, and Gerald Glass wants to call a timeout. 4:37 left here in the first half. Amanda Elzy leads by 3. They have done it, Stephanie, obviously with defense here in the second quarter, but it's amazing how defense translates into offense.
Yes, it's allowing them to get easy baskets. You know, I say sometimes when you're struggling shooting, they're still not shooting great from the field. They're still missing some chippies, but you can get a couple of easy baskets going. It gets your confidence rolling a little bit, and now it's easy for me to knock down an open 3. So they kind of got it going on the road right now.
There you see Gerald Glass. For Gerald Glass, and he was quite a shooter at Ole Miss, an All-American, but so is his prize player Dunlap. Look at this variety of shots by Maurice Dunlap. He's just a sophomore, but he's smooth as silk, Stephanie.
He is. He's very impressive. Young player, can handle the ball well, raises off the floor to shoot the threes. Very impressive.
And very confident. And that's a good quality when you're a shooter. There's Dunlap, this time off. And knocked out of bounds by Dunlap. He went after his own missed shot, but he couldn't quite corral. It'll be Corinth basketball. You could see that one, the way we were positioned here courtside, that one was just wide right.
And you can see it even when the left hand didn't come off the right way.
So Corinth in desperate need for a bucket. And there's another steal by the Panthers. They get it ahead and lay it up and in is Larry Johnson. He's known for his penetration and a mid-range jumper, but he lays that one home.
This pressure by Amanda Elzy right now is really causing Corinth some problems.
Harris. They get it to Sorrell. Now back out to Garner. In the corner, Richardson needing it for Corinth. That one missed. Garner gets the rebound over to Sorrell, and the swat by Middleton. Long pass ahead. Elzy giving it up to the big fella, but he misses the layup with 2 free throws coming up.
I think he got to dunk that one.
I would think so. 6'8", had some space. Got to flush that baby home.
Yeah, the layups are for the little guys. Big men need to dunk.
Yeah. Especially on this stage, Amanda Elzy has not shied away from those dunks here in the first half. So Middleton will go to the free throw line, a 66% free throw shooter.
That was a great pass by Dunlap. He actually threw that off the dribble from the length of the floor.
More than a shooter is what you're saying, Stephanie?
A lot of upside.
Middleton makes the free throw. There you see that pass once again. And the lay-in by Lehman. Now Middleton, he averages 14.6 points per game. Very rare. They have 4 actually that average in double figures. Free throw is no good. Dunlap leading the way with 16.1 points a game. Richardson into the front court. Oh, nice dish down low to Sorrell.
Wipe it off.
But offensive foul is called.
A lot of times after those offensive players, they make the pass and their body movement continues to run that defender over. That's going to be a charge every time.
Panthers with the basketball and an 8-point lead. Dunlap one more time. Back of the iron, no good, but they kept the ball alive. Laying it up was no good and a traveling violation. Keep in mind, Stephanie, Corinth led this game after one, 18-11. Amanda Elzy has scored all 15 of the points here in the second stanza.
Defensive pressure hasn't been a change in the game.
It's usually the catalyst. Nice dish down low from Garner to Sorrell, but the swat, another one by Middleton. We saw Farmer swat 7 this afternoon for Coldwater. Will we see a similar performance by Middleton? Elzy
Middleton's working hard inside. They need to give him the ball. He's posting up really strong.
Right wing, Jones. Now he's at top. There's Dunlap. Approaching the 2.5-minute mark. He's more than a shooter. That was a pretty move.
Nice drive.
And I'm telling you what, when I say silk, I mean he is smooth.
Yeah, it looks like his efforts are just real smooth, the way he does everything, like he's not playing very hard.
No, effortless. And the ball knocked away. Elzy now, his lead has expanded to 10. Dunlap has had a huge second quarter.
I think Dunlap is showing he's going to be one of the better players in Mississippi in the future. He's a very impressive young sophomore.
You know, last night, all the coaches here to see Pollard from Kemper County. Fast forward a couple years, they might be doing the same with Dunlap.
Mississippi has great young talent this year. Traveling.
There's a traveling violation. This time on Harris. 2:09 left here in the half. Amanda Elzy. Here's some pressure for Corinth. Let's see if they can turn up that level of intensity on defense. Well, now they'll fall back. Dunlap end up kicking it out. Dunlap tried to drive, the reach in, the deflection, and then Dunlap kicked it with his shin. And so Corinth will have the basketball. And the Panthers on defense, they have not yielded a point in the second quarter, and we're now under 2 minutes. It's a shutout so far in the second period for that Amanda LZD. Harris tries to change that. He does not. Long rebound comes down to Prayer, who's in the game now for Amanda Elzy. The dish to Prayer, missed it. Got his own rebound, missed it. One more time, and the hat trick for Prayer. He gets a couple offensive rebounds, and he gets a hoop.
Good work on the glass, way to stay with it.
The 6'2" forward was like on a trampoline, a pogo stick going up and down, getting those rebounds. And now Corinth finally scores with 1:18 left here in the second quarter. It's Richardson, one of their top shooters, getting the hoop and one. 6 minutes and 42 seconds it took for Corinth to score a point here in the second period. And that'll erase a 7-point lead by Corinth at the end of the first quarter. Free throw, no good. Richardson, a 61% free throw shooter, misses it. And here's Amanda Elzy with approaching the 1-minute mark left here in the first half. We've got a lot of activities for you on our halftime show here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting along with ESPN3. Amanda Elzy looks like they're going to eat a little clock, a little patience here out of the Panthers.
Yeah, they can afford to be like they're holding on to a 10-point lead. Want to get something good on this possession.
Keith Green, top of your screen, shouting out some instructions to his defense. There's Dunlap driving the left baseline, and a foul is called. Was it on the floor, or will he get free throws? Well, there will be free throws because both teams are in the bonus. No, they called it on the floor because it's just a one-on-one opportunity for Dunlap. 83% from the free throw line. He's also very dangerous from behind the arc. He's got to make the first in order to get the second here for Gerald Glass and his Panthers. Gerald in his third year. Free throw is missed. Ball tapped around, and now Corinth gets the basketball. Let's see if Richardson can start lighting it up. You can see he wants to shoot. He will touch, his foot hit the baseline. You saw Richardson when he was bringing it up. It looked like he was ready to try to make something happen. Here's the long home run pass through the hands of Prayer, and Weeks takes it into the front court. Still plenty of time in the half. Left wing for three. Richardson around the rim, no good, but Contreras gets the rebound. 14 seconds left in the half. Richardson at the left wing. Now 7. They get it to Weeks. He'll drive toward the baseline. The 15-footer, back of the iron, no good. The rebound by Garner at the buzzer. It's no good. And we've played 16 minutes. And it's 30-20 in favor of Amanda Elzy. Todd Yates standing by with world-class glass.
3-3 run over the last quarter and a half with arguably one of your best players, Rakeem Lehman, on the bench with 3 fouls. What was the key when you got down 10 early to turning it around?
We're just taking care of the ball and playing good defense. We got into our good defensive pressure, and they couldn't handle it. So we got to turn the pressure up and bring Lehman back to second half, and hopefully we can take it home.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck.
All right, thank you so much, Todd Yates. Thank you, Gerald Glass. It's time to take a break. Halftime here in the Class 4A Boys State Championship. And after 16 minutes, it's Amanda Elzy late in this one. The flushes and all by 10.
We have shown opportunity to generations of young men and women, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service, a feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the MHSAA network, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Welcome back to our halftime show. Amanda Elzy leads it at the break over Corinth by 10. Time to take a look at our scholar athletes. Kind of a neat deal that they're doing before each game. They're honoring one of the student athletes. And there you see before the game, that is Cortez Kleins. He's a 6'2" junior guard from Amanda Elzy. Our scholar athlete brought to you by C-Spire. Smiles all around for Cortez. A neat deal there. Getting it done in the classroom. Very important.
Very important.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights. 30-20 at the break in favor of Corinth. I should say of Amanda Elzy, but early on it was Corinth that had the lead. But then Amanda Elzy came back. That was a nice move by Jones for Amanda Elzy, but there's Weeks. That's the go-to guy for Corinth, and Contreras makes a lot of things happen. He got the save there, and Weeks lays it in. But here came the Panthers in the second quarter.
Yes, Amanda Elzy really stepped it up with the defensive pressure. Like I said, once they kind of settled in, they put the pressure on Corinth. Corinth didn't handle it well, so they continued to stay in it. The defensive pressure led to easy baskets on that end, and that gave Dunlap time to kind of wake up. And once he did, he was great in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, that guy is dangerous. That when he's locked and loaded, and there's that defensive pressure you were talking about, Stephanie. The turnover and the easy two. And Amanda Elzy working hard inside. Look at Prayer here. Just giving it great effort, and that's what it takes when you're playing for a state championship.
Definitely. I said these teams are definitely leaving all out on the floor. You see the stars or the key players that we acknowledged in the first part of the game. Weeks got off to a great start with 8 points in the first quarter. He didn't score in the second. Dunlap had a great second quarter for his team, so it'll be interesting to see which one of those players steps up to prepare his team to victory in the second half.
We'll check out the first half numbers and much more as we continue our coverage here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting and on ESPN3. We're at halftime. The Panthers lead the Warriors by 10.
"2012 could be the end of the rut you're in, of telling yourself you don't have the time, of worrying if you can afford it. No more excuses. With Antonelli College, 2012 could be the year you start training for a career you really want, the beginning of a brighter future, the start of something better. Antonelli College.
Did you know Mississippi's 15 community colleges will teach more than 250,000 people in an average year? Nearly 72% of all college freshmen in our state attend a community college. Average tuition and required fees for the whole academic year are just $2,174. A community college is close to wherever you live. Community colleges provide education and workforce training to help us build job skills. Community colleges, in our second century, making a difference in the lives of Mississippians.
Hotel stays at the Cabot Lodge Jackson North and the Cabot Lodge Millsaps include a complimentary hot breakfast buffet, evening reception with beverages and popcorn, access to a fitness center and complimentary wireless access. Meeting rooms for corporate or social functions available at both locations. On North State Street in Jackson near Millsaps College and in Ridgeland off I-55 at County Line Road. Reservation information available at cabotlodge.com.
The MHSAA basketball tournament is made possible in part by McAllister's Deli. Delicious is in the details. By Applebee's. What can you do in 12 minutes? How about lunch at Applebee's? And by Mama Hamels, serving up scrumptious Southern comfort food. We are at intermission here at the Mississippi Coliseum with Amanda Elzy leading Corinth 30-20. You see some of the Warriors, their dance line. They're enjoying a little tube time here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting, and they're also going global on ESPN3.com. Let's check the first half numbers, Stephanie, and you can see a discrepancy on several accounts. One jumps out at me, turnovers at the bottom of your screen. That pressure defense that you've been talking about in that second quarter. 12 turnovers to just 5. Corinth has double digits in turnovers already.
Yes, no, it's funny. Just an interesting stat. With Amanda Elzy has 9 points off of those 12 turnovers, so they're doing a great job of converting those turnovers into easy baskets.
Shooting-wise, neither team really lighting it up, although Amanda Elzy did shoot the ball a little bit better in the second quarter. Both teams struggling from behind the arc. Free throws, 9 made for Corinth, but they've been to the free throw line 15 times. 4 of 8 at the free throw line for Amanda Elzy in the first 12 minutes. Individually scoring, Dunlap leading the way with 12 points for Amanda Elzy. As we join you once again here courtside, Will Colmeyer alongside Stephanie Murphy. Todd Yates will join us in just a bit. But so far in the first half, it's Amanda's Elzy that really took over in that second quarter. 19-2. You'd never see a discrepancy usually in a state championship game, but they scored 19 of the 21 points in the second period.
Definitely. Once they settled down in that second quarter, they really came out. Their defense was a catalyst. And once they got going, they just kept it going throughout the whole quarter. So we'll see if they can carry that same intensity and momentum back into the second half.
We'll talk with Keith Green, but first we'll take a short timeout. You're watching the Class 4A Boys State Championship here at the Mississippi Coliseum in the capital city of Jackson. We're back right after this.
We have shown opportunity to generations of young men and women, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service, a feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
And welcome back to the Big House, where Amanda Elzy leads Corinth 30-20 at halftime. I'm now joined by Corinth head coach Keith Green. Coach, you told me before the game one of the keys for the Warriors was going to be handling the pressure of Elzy. 1 turnover in the first quarter, you have a 7-point lead. 10 turnovers in the second quarter, you find yourself down by 10. What did you tell your team at halftime that they could do to adjust to the pressure?
We just got to relax and calm down. We knew they were going to turn the heat up. We knew they weren't going to sit back and let us continue to score. They turned the pressure up. We had a long scoring drought. We've got to do a better job or it won't be close.
Are there some adjustments specifically that you told your team that you can make against the pressure?
I mean, some alignment adjustments, but the bottom line is just handling it stronger. We were very carefree with it, very loose, and we just didn't handle it well.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck.
All right, Todd Yates talking with Keith Green. We appreciate Coach's time as we get set to tip off the third quarter of play. Amanda Elzy leading by 10 points in the paint. A definite advantage for the Panthers, 18-6 in favor of Amanda Elzy inside the paint. You mentioned Stephanie earlier at half. Points off turnovers, 9-zip the advantage for the Panthers. Neither team has received much output out of the bench. Amanda Elzy has just 2 points off the bench. Corinth has yet to have a reserve to score. Some things you're going to expect here in the second half?
It'll be interesting to see what Corinth does with the pressure. The first time Amanda Elzy jumps back out in, if they can get some confidence and score the first time, they'll probably have them relax throughout this second half.
Keep in mind, Corinth hit 11 threes the last time these two schools squared off in the North State Finals. They will need some of that similar shooting here in the second half. Contreras, Richardson, the three-pointer this time is off.
Great block out.
Yeah, absolutely, a great seal there. Corinth now 1 of 9 from behind the arc here tonight. The alley-oop missed, but Middleton, he misses the first shot. He got his own follow. That one was missed, and the rebound comes down to Weeks. Held with just 1 rebound. Now that's 2 rebounds tonight for Weeks. And there's a nice reverse layup and in by Richardson, known for his downtown shooting, but that one he took it inside.
Strong play by Richardson. Need more of that.
So Corinth scores quickly. They scored in the first minute of the third quarter. It took them 6.5 minutes to score in the second period. How about that backdoor cut? How come that was so wide open?
Great backdoor cut. Looked like somebody had a defensive breakdown on the backside. Nobody communicated. He slid in wide open. Just nobody even knew he was there.
So now Corinth will set it up. Trailing by 10. Down low on the right block. That's Sorrell. Back out Richardson. He drives inside, off the glass, and it goes. You can tell Richardson's got a mindset here in the third quarter that he's going to maybe take things on his shoulders.
Yeah, I like him going to the basket. He's really being aggressive and physical right now.
Contreras, a near steal there. Oh, nice backdoor cut and another flush. This time it's by Lehman. Boy, you give these Panthers a crease, and I know 2 of them like to climb.
Yeah, that was a very nice dunk. Again, nobody's on that backside. It's just wide open.
Lehman at 6'4", showing he's got some hops. Down low on the left side, and that's Sorrell. That's swatted by Middleton. Amanda Elzy with some numbers, but there's Richardson with a block shot of his own. Here come the Warriors in transition. That's Richardson. Hesitates, spins, and a foul called on Amanda Elzy. It was a 10-point game at half, and it's still 10 points, but I feel that Corinth, if they can just eliminate these backdoor cuts, they get right back in this game.
All right, the problem that's going on that backside, they had Amanda Elzy has somebody that's playing the high post, so he's taking that post defender away from the basket, and the guards are overplaying. That's why their opponents are able to slip behind them.
No help. No help. Nicely drawn up by the former NBA first-round pick, head coach Gerald Glass. That's an NBA move down low there. Nice move by Weeks, and he'll get rewarded with 2 free throws. We talked about Gerald Glass. He was a first-round pick of the Minnesota Timberwolves back in 1991. After a stellar career, he played at Amanda Elzy, then went to Delta State for head coach Ed Murphy. When Murph went up to Ole Miss, he followed his head coach and had some terrific success with the Rebels. That's a little bit before your time, Stephanie. I know you played at Ole Miss, but Gerald Glass, take my word, He put on a show.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him.
Weeks misses the first. Second one on the way. That rolls in. And Corinth falls back. Down low, right side. Prayer off the glass, no good. Tip once. Prayer on the floor. Gives it to Dunlap. He drives down the boulevard. Oh, my! Coming out of nowhere was Lehman.
Very nice highlight.
3 dunks. I'll tell you what, we're on ESPN 3 tonight. It would make a top 10 on ESPN, that flush. And there's a whistle and a foul. The athleticism is just oozing out of Lehman. How about one more time? The folks in the truck doing a great job, and there it goes with one hand. Oh, my. That electrified the entire Coliseum, not just the Amanda Elzy fans. In the corner, Richardson. Boy, that's a big 3 from behind the arc for Richardson. That's his second tray of the evening.
Yes, Corinth definitely needed that basket. Maybe that'll get him going. Now they got to get some stops on this end.
84 three-pointers on the year for Richardson. That leads the team by far. There's Middleton on the left side of the lane. In the middle, and that's Prayer. Found a little seam there, and Prayer puts it in.
Corinth may want to consider switching to a zone. Amanda Elzy is getting the ball so easily in the paint. They may want to consider going to a zone for a little bit just to throw them off some and see what they do.
Not a bad idea. Keith Green wants to call a timeout, and so he's got his Warriors. Don't forget, for comprehensive live streaming and on-demand coverage of the Mississippi High School Athletic and Activities Association Championships, log on to MHSAA.tv. The MHSAA network not only brings you live television coverage of the football and basketball championships here on MPB, we also cover boys and girls finals across numerous sports like volleyball, swimming, and last month, soccer championships. That's MISSHSAA.tv. Todd Kelly, who does such a fine job for the MHSAA, said the response was overwhelming to those soccer championships. Thousands of hits on the web. Here's Corinth with the basketball, down by 10. Richardson gives it up to Gardner. Now Contreras. Back out to Garner. Garner's the guy that usually handles the club quite effectively. In trouble, though. Now Richardson thought about the 3. Now pulls the trigger right of the iron, but there's Sorrell. And Raheem has his first bucket of the night.
I think Corinth may need to look going inside to Sorrell a little bit more this half.
We'll keep an eye on that. It's an 8-point lead by Elzy, and there is Prayer again. Keep in mind, Decarius only averages 2.9 points per game, but he is making quite an impact off the bench for the Panthers. Sorrell picks up his second foul. Last year, Keith Green and the Corinth Warriors made it all the way to the championship. They lost to Boonville. He felt that loss last year was going to be an advantage for this year. They didn't want to have that feeling again. And he feels playing in last year's title tussle a huge advantage. At least coming in, they know what to expect.
Yes, I mean, anytime a team has been there, you know, just 1 year removed from the Coliseum, at least you bring that experience and knowing, you know, what the atmosphere is like, you know, if you get down, how to kind of play through it. So hopefully they'll pay off for him in the end. They'll kind of get it together.
Prayer makes the second of 2. He's a 46% free throw shooter on the year. And Amanda Elzy playing in its first title tussle. Corinth has already won 6 state titles in its tradition-rich program. That shot was missed by Harris. He's a guy that can really catch fire for Corinth. He has yet to scratch the scoreboard. Middleton, though, down low, takes the extra step, and a turnover by the Panthers. Just under 3.5 minutes left in the third. Corinth has cut this lead to 9. With the basketball, Richardson to Garner up top. To Harris. Back to Richardson. Richardson and Harris can both light it up. Richardson trying to drive on Dunlap. Can't get the shot. Will try to muscle his way. The shot blocked by Middleton. Last touch by the Warriors. And it'll be Amanda Elzy basketball. 3 minutes left in this third. Amanda Elzy trying for its first ever state title. They knocked off Laurel 63-59 to get to this title tussle. They had a 13-point lead in the third quarter, and it slipped all the way to 2 late in the game, so keep in mind. Let's see if Corinth can cut into that lead like Laurel did the other night. And now a foul and a technical foul on Corinth.
Corinth definitely didn't need that, especially not at this moment.
No, the timing couldn't be any worse for Corinth. The foul is going to be, was it on Harris? And then Richardson got teed up. Let's see. No. They've got on the scoreboard, Richardson now has 3 fouls. So maybe it was on Richardson, then he got teed up. And Dunlap will shoot the technical. Wow. He's an 83% free throw shooter on the year, but just 2 of 5 tonight. He'll try one more. Amanda Elzy had 24 turnovers in that win the other night against Laurel in the semifinals in 32 minutes. And those turnovers came back to haunt them, and that's how that 13-point lead in the third disappeared, and Laurel cut it to 2 late. But Amanda Elzy held them off, won it by 4. Dunlap, now after missing the first, has made the next 2. He's a 6'2" sophomore. And there's another free throw. Dunlap's got some poise too. After struggling at the free throw line tonight and missing the first, he had the wherewithal to come back and nail 3 straight.
Yes, I'm just really impressed more and more. Every time I see Dunlap with the ball, he just does good things with the basketball.
Now, Dunlap and Amanda Elzy have the basketball. This could be a big trip down for the Panthers out of Greenwood. Dunlap, and it looks like the Panthers will try to eat a little clock. A near steal by Harris. And that's Lehman, guarded by Contreras. Now Lehman pulls up, about a 16-footer straight away, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Lehman. And it'll be Corinth basketball. And the Warriors need a good trip down. They're down by a dozen with 2:12 left. And just one Panther, just Lehman, showing some token pressure on Contreras. They give it to Garner, so he'll walk it into the front court. That's Contreras right there. He's the guy for Corinth that gets on the floor, gets those 50-50 balls. Garner, left wing. Now it's in the corner. Weeks drives left baseline, and he has a slam of his own.
Maybe that dunk will get Corinth going on a little run. They really need some good things to happen right now.
It happened to Amanda Elzy. Remember, Amanda Elzy struggled early on, and they got a couple flushes, and that ignited the Panthers. Down the left side of the lane, they missed, but the tap, was that Middleton? Nope, that follow was by Skinner. Panthers by 12, approaching the 1-minute mark left here in the third. There's Contreras for 3. That one misses. And just 2 3-pointers tonight. They were both made by Richardson for Corinth. And this is a Warrior team that hit 11 threes last time they played Amanda Elzy. That was in the North State Finals just 2 weeks ago. There's Dunlap down the lane. His runner is missed. Hit the back of the iron, and Contreras gets the rebound. Under 40 seconds left in the third. Garner into the front court, and the pass goes out of bounds. One of those unforced errors. And Dunlap is down. You see a good shot, and I'll tell you what, Gerald Glass got out there in a hurry. His star player is down. Did not see, Stephanie, did you see what happened? I was just following the ball down the court.
He went to the floor after he did the runner.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking maybe, you know, coming down, somebody may have hit him in the stomach and just kind of out of breath a little bit. But he went down as soon as he hit the floor coming off the runner.
So Corinth actually had a 5-on-4 with Dunlap down, and that made that turnover even more aggravating for Keith Green and that Corinth sidelines when you had the extra player down. And there, see it one more time, Dunlap ran into Weeks.
Yeah, I think that's really what happened to him, because he kind of landed into Weeks when he came down. So I think it may have just knocked the air out of him a little bit.
And they continue to work on Maurice Dunlap. What a game we had earlier tonight. The 4A girls state championship. Pontotoc came all the way back. My goodness, I thought the Warriors, the Lady Warriors, were down and out, but they came all the way back to win that one.
Yes, congratulations to Coach Russell and the Lady Warriors. Great job this season.
And there you see Dunlap, and that's his mom. That concern on the face can only be from a mama.
Yes.
And Dunlap is going to walk toward the Amanda Elzy locker room. Their locker room, if you go straight ahead and then take a left, that's where the locker room is for Amanda Elzy. And Dunlap is headed that way.
I think they'll take him out, but I'm sure Dunlap, being the player he is, will try to make some type of return.
35.8 ticks left here in the third quarter of play. Dunlap leaves with the Panthers up by 12. Contreras with a near steal in the backcourt. Deflects it. And Amanda Elzy now will inbound at length of the court. And look at Corinth's pressure.
This will be an opportune time for Corinth to try to make a run, because and Amanda Elzy's best ball handler is out right now.
They'll inbound it and bring it into the front court. They'll give it to Lehman. Larry Johnson found him, and there's Lehman. Going all the way down the lane. He missed this one. The rebound. Turnaround jump hook is shy by Middleton. Short on that one. 17 seconds left in the third. Garner ahead to Weeks. Down the left side. Cannot convert. Sorrell got a hand on it, and they'll get it ahead to Middleton. And Middleton will lay it up and deflects it. Nice strip there by Contreras with 4 seconds left. To Garner at the buzzer for three. No. And 3 quarters are in the books of this boys Class 4A state championship on the second day of March Madness. And it's Amanda Elzy leading by 12, 44-32. Who will win it? We've got 8 minutes left, and we'll be back to the Mississippi Coliseum right after the short timeout. You're watching the state championships here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
2012 could be the end of the rut you're in, of telling yourself you don't have the time, of worrying if you can afford it. No more excuses. With Antonelli College, 2012 could be the year you start training for a career you really want, the beginning of a brighter future, the start of something better. Antonelli College.
Did you know Mississippi's 15 community colleges will teach more than 250,000 people in an average year? Nearly 72% of all college freshmen in our state attend a community college. Average tuition and required fees for the whole academic year are just $2,174. A community college is close to wherever you live. Community colleges provide education and workforce training to help us build job skills. Community colleges, in our second century, making a difference in the lives of Mississippians.
Hotel stays at the Cabot Lodge Jackson North and the Cabot Lodge Millsaps include a complimentary hot breakfast buffet, evening reception with beverages and popcorn, access to a fitness center, and complimentary wireless access. Meeting rooms for corporate or social functions available at both locations. On North State Street in Jackson near Millsaps College and in Ridgeland off I-55 at County Line Road. Reservation information available at cabotlodge.com.
Look who came back during that timeout. That is Maurice Dunlap. Back on the floor for Amanda Elzy. Todd Yates is on the floor as well, and he's got a special guest.
He's Associate Director of the MHSAA. You know, we've had great fan turnout, particularly from the fans from Northeast Mississippi with Belmont, Ripley, and some of the other schools that played earlier today. There are some changes in store for the tournament that are on the drawing board that I think will make those Northeast fans very happy. Talk just a little bit about those, Ricky.
We're looking at changing the format to bringing 4 teams down here for classes 1 through 4 and 3 teams for classes 5 and 6. We are trying to get a format where we move 1 and 2A to Tupelo and have our state tournament for 1 and 2A there. We think it would be great for 1 and 2A basketball and for basketball all over the state. It would give a lot more schools a chance or an opportunity to experience what these people here tonight are experiencing. As you can hear and see, we've had a great turnout for this tournament, and it would be great to carry that all over the state.
And Will, it would be a shorter drive for you next year, so I may not be working with you, so we'll see you later, buddy. Appreciate it.
Nice on that one. I don't mind the drive down here to Jackson, working with you, Todd, and alongside Stephanie Murphy and the wonderful folks there in the truck, getting it done for us. And off the inbounds pass, a steal by Richardson. Garner misses the lay-in, though. Oh, Corinth had a chance to get it done.
A lot of contact on that play.
There was some contact. Nothing called, and it'll be Amanda Elzy will inbound it with the Panthers leading by 12. You saw Dunlap come back from the locker room. He is not on the floor, though, as we start the 4th quarter for the Panthers. Down the lane, they try to get down low, and a turnover. Looking at the 3rd quarter stats through 3, any numbers jump out at you, Stephanie?
I think the thing that's jumping, you're looking at the missed opportunities that Corinth is having. 7 missed free throws, and they're only down 12 right now. So those easy missed opportunities that they're getting as far as around the rim, they need to start making those and converting.
Richardson now has 14. He's 6 of 13 from the floor. He leads Corinth. Weeks has 11. 15 for Dunlap, 10 for Jones. There's a steal by Corinth. Richardson in the front court, driving baseline, misses it. Did James get a hand on that?
He got a tip, but that's still something he has to make.
Yes, I agree on that one. All the way down, and an offensive foul. Boy, big play there by the big fella, Sorrell, taking that charge. And so it'll be Corinth basketball. Plenty of time left. Down by 10 are the Warriors. And look who's back on the floor. Dunlap is back. Dunlap through 3 quarters, 4 of 10 from the floor, including 2 of 5 from behind the arc, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, has a rebound, a steal, and a block shot along with those 15 points in 24 minutes of action. Richardson, he spins, goes up, fouled by Middleton. And Richardson, a senior, and you look for that, Stephanie, out of a senior, trying to take things over for the Warriors.
Yeah, you definitely want somebody that can step up, and you always rely on your seniors, to do that. I'm saying if he can knock down these 2 free throws here, Corinth will be right where they want to be heading down the stretch.
First one is good by Richardson. Corinth now 11 of 18 at the free throw line. You made a good point, though, Stephanie. You can't let a lot of these free throw opportunities slip away.
Or easy missed layups.
That's right. And there's the missed free throw again. Boy, the Panthers have doubled up. Corinth points in the paint. They almost got 2 more right there, but a missed layup.
Got numbers.
Yes, they do, the Warriors. But Richardson pulls up with a deep 3 on the left wing. Wow. In transition, laying it up, missing. That was Jones, tapped once, and it's tried to save it. And here comes Harris into the front court for Corinth. 2 Weeks down there on the left low block, right low block, and laying it up and in. And that was Williams, the muscle guy. His first 2 of the night. I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of action out here tonight and all weekend long. And I bet more of the same tomorrow. And if you'd like to purchase a DVD of today's championship games or yesterday's or tomorrow's, just log on to MISSHSAA.tv. Also available are all the exciting semifinal matchups from this past week's games here at the Coliseum as well. Check out all the available championships at MHSAA.tv. Now the Corinth fans have a little extra groove in their step, and so does the players, including Williams with his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, Corinth is right back into his ball game. Like I said, over 6 minutes, 7-point game. It's a new beginning for him.
Let's see what Dunlap can do. They doubled him up to get him to get rid of the ball. That might be some strategy there for Keith Green as Gardner trying to play a little ball denial with Dunlap. That's Jones, Jalen Jones being hawked by Harris. And he turned it over. And a turnover for Amanda Elzy. Elzy just their 7th turnover of the night. Much better than in their semifinal faceoff where they had 24 turnovers in that win against Laurel.
Yes, this game's going to come down to probably minimizing turnovers. Who can make the most free throws down the stretch. But great job by Garner denying Dunlap the ball in that defensive possession. Garner is the best defender for Corinth. He's got the basketball in that left corner. Weeks. Now right wing to Harris, back on top to Weeks. He spins down the lane, turnaround is good. Weeks is starting to step it up for his team. Pretty impressive move for a guy that's going to play college football next year. He had 16 and 10 last time out. A double-double and a turnover. Whoa! As a Panther went up and over, that's Middleton, but he gets up okay. We saw earlier tonight a hurdle. There was no hurdle there. He just flopped over there. Look at him. Whoa. And Middleton, very fortunate that he's okay. He almost took out a couple of cheerleaders in the process. Yeah. Yes. I'm sure they'll remind him about that next week in school. Richardson. Ball knocked away, but Williams picked it back up. There's Harris. Down the lane. Misses it. And Middleton with another rebound. I've got him with 11 now. 11 rebounds to lead all players here tonight for both teams. 6 for Contreras and 6 for Sorrell to lead Corinth. Dunlap gets the ball stripped. Here comes Harris. And a track meet. Down the lane. No good. Rebound, Gardner. He misses it. Weeks with the follow. A lot of contact, says Keith Green. There was a lot of contact on that play, but they're letting them play right now.
They sure are. And Middleton lays it in. You make a good point. If they're letting them play, then it's up to the players to adjust, right?
Right, up to them.
Richardson, Garner, now Harris. Down low to Williams, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the big fellow, Middleton. The 6'8" junior, who comes in averaging 14.5 points a game. He's been held to only 5 tonight. Back in is Larry Johnson. You see a good look at Johnson, who has a free throw and 2 rebounds and 2 assists and 2 steals to his credit tonight. Elzy with the 7-point lead. Weeks down low. And a traveling violation. Turnover for Corinth. That's 14 turnovers for the Warriors tonight. Corinth back on defense. And let's see what Dunlap and the Panthers will do on this trip down. 4 minutes left in the game, so we're halfway through the 4th and final period. The Corinth faithful shouting defense behind us. Prayer, and there's a trap out by midcourt, and oh, it almost worked. And now a bump on Williams. And that's his first. Gerald Glass, when you talk to Andy Kennedy, the Ole Miss coach, he knew Glass would be a terrific head coach because he's even keel. Nothing really bothers him. Some good qualities for a coach.
Yeah, that's one thing you have to have. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows in games. You have to be able to balance both of them.
Glass was a grad assistant for Andy Kennedy. Went back and got his degree at Ole Miss. Loose ball, and it comes down to Elzy right in front of us. And we've got a football game that's just broken out.
Very physical game.
Whoa.
Very physical.
There is a whistle. There is a foul, and it belongs to Richardson. And that's a big foul. That's 4 on the senior, Eric Richardson, for Corinth. Both teams with 5 team fouls on the scoreboard. At a scoreboard also reads Elzy with a 7-point lead. Amanda Elzy out of Greenwood, Mississippi. Down in the Delta. Against Corinth from up in Hill Country. Up there right near the Mississippi-Tennessee line in Alcorn County. Corinth going for their 7th state championship, and Amanda Elzy looks like they want to play a little keep away. The ball on the floor. Williams picks it up. And Corinth has numbers. And here comes another dunk by Weeks. Defense equals offense. 2 points the easy way for Weeks in Corinth. And we've got a 5-point game. Dunlap goes crashing into Weeks, but a reach-in foul called on Garner. So the point guard for Corinth picks up his 3rd foul. Still no free throws yet.
Dunlap needs to be a little bit more patient once he gets the ball over half court. Like I said, they are up 5. He don't want to try to dribble through all that traffic.
Sometimes that sophomore status it surfaces with Dunlap. The throw way in the backcourt. And quickly into the front court is Lehman. And he gets a block on Contreras. Is that a violation?
I actually think he got away with a double dribble there.
And Keith Green might agree with you across the way. He was shaking his head. And free throws possibly for Lehman. He's got to make the first to make it plural. Lehman at the line tonight, 1 of 2. This one rolls around and in. Oh, the iron was kind to Rakeem Lehman. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds in that semifinal win against Laurel. Coming in averaging 14.6 points per game. Dunlap leads the way, just over 16. Middleton and Lehman 14.6 points apiece. And Larry Johnson 12.5 points a game, although he's been held to just 2 points tonight. But Lehman with 2 clutch free throws.
Right now, Elzy just needs to play good, solid defense and try not to foul.
Richardson with the ball down the lane, missed it, but he got his own rebound. He spins, loses the ball. Middleton with the block, and Amanda Elzy gets it ahead to Dunlap. A near steal by Garner, and Dunlap gives it up. They've got a man open. Oh, a reverse slam.
Nice.
Oh, Lehman. He's put it on a highlight reel tonight. And Amanda Elzy sensing it. How about it one more time? Degree of difficulty, Stephanie Murphy?
I'm going to give that an 8.
Yeah.
The long pass came from half court, so I got to give the pass about a 9.
Absolutely. We're not talking about LeBron out here. These are high school athletes making some big-time plays. And Amanda Elzy. Look at Lehman right there. He won't wind down tonight.
Has that dunk moved into first place tonight?
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's been a dunk-a-thon so far. Keith Green just trying to calm his troops down. Remember last year they made it to the title tussle and lost to rival Boomville. And Green felt playing in last year's title game was advantage, knowing what to expect. Making the state title game for the 2nd year in a row. Some new and young faces. 4 sophomores play quite a bit. He was wondering how they were developed, but they all had some big games for us, said Green. They grew up throughout the season, but right now they find themselves down by 9.
Yeah, they're in a tough position right now. They definitely need to get a basket here and need to try to score quickly.
Yeah, the Warriors need a hoop, and they go to their instant offense, and there he is on cue, Harris, with his first points of the night, a 3-pointer. And Corinth is back to within a half dozen. Down low, and a steal by Richardson, and a foul coming up on Amanda Elzy. And just like that, the tide has turned. Although that's just 16 fouls on Amanda Elzy, so no free throws yet for Corinth. But they do have the basketball with $1:26 left.
Corinth needs to look to do the same thing. They need to try to attack quickly.
Prayer with the foul. That's 3 for the Amanda Elzy forward. Garner on top. Left wing. That one was shy. Short on the three-pointer by Harris. After he just made a 3. He scored 17 against Amanda Elzy in the North State Finals. Good ball movement by Amanda Elzy, and Prayer goes up for the shot, and he's fouled by Garner. Boy, Corinth had a great opportunity to cut into that lead, but now Prayer goes to the free throw line, and he can stretch it out to 8 with 2 made free throws here. Gerald Glass and the Panthers lead by 6, just under a minute left. Prayer, though, just a 46% free throw shooter on the year. He spins it. And that one hits the back of the iron, no good. Prayer with one more. Can Corinth win a 7th state title in its school history? Missed 2 free throws by Prayer. That will help the Corinth cause. Now Richardson with the basketball. To Harris. He's open. Three-point land. Ring it up.
Got it.
And Harris has come through with 2 out of 3 three-point shots in the last minute to cut it to 3. The scoreboard reads 53-44, but it's 50-47. And they are adjusting the scoreboard high above the Coliseum here. 46.5 seconds left. Stephanie, you've coached in this championship game 3 times. You've been to the Big House 4 times as a coach. What do you expect here in the last 46 and a half seconds?
Well, I definitely expect Corinth to come out with some type of full court pressure. Definitely probably want to try to get a trap, maybe trap the first person that catches the ball. I don't know if I think right now you probably go for the steal or take the quick foul, because if not, then Amanda Elzy just going to bring it down and try to run some type of delay game. So they may want to go for the quick foul here.
That's Stephanie Murphy's thoughts. We go in the classroom with the coach. Well, we are really enjoying our time down here at Jackson. 2 days of March Madness here at the Big House have been lights out, and we've got 4 more games tomorrow. Amanda Elzy will inbound it. And here's the pressure that you're talking about out of Corinth. Amanda Elzy is stacked, and they get it to Lehman, and they get it back. This is Jones. Jalen Jones quickly into the front court. Prayer puts up the shot, and it's good.
A nice strong move by Prayer.
Boy, proactive was Prayer. Harris in trouble. He does call the timeout right in front of us, Stephanie, just before Dunlap could get there in time to try to get a steal or at least force a jump ball.
Very heads-up play.
Very heads-up. We talked just moments ago about 2 days about to be in the books here at the state championships. Check out tomorrow's schedule at 1 o'clock. Stephanie, you and I will be courtside for that South Jones-Oxford matchup. And then at 2:45, the boys 5A championship between the War Eagles of Wayne County and the Chargers from Callaway. And then in the evening session, 2 more games as Class 6A takes center stage. And there'll be some terrific games tomorrow night as well. But I'm telling you what, I cannot wait to see that Oxford-South Jones game. Oxford has yet to be beaten this year.
Yes, Oxford is a great team. They play extremely well all year and still come in undefeated. And they have a great chance tomorrow to win the state championship.
How about Todd Yates working overtime? Comes up to tell us that Corinth is out of timeouts. More than just your roving reporter. He's got a producer in his blood. Here's Gardner. In the corner, deflected and stolen. A big turnover by Amanda Elzy, and Corinth Weeks has to commit the quick foul. And Amanda Elzy is feeling it right now. Their fans It's a 5-point lead for Gerald Glass. He played at Amanda Elzy, went to Delta State, then Ole Miss, then to the NBA. He said his dream job was always to come back to the alma mater.
Well, he's definitely living it right now, because he has a chance to hoist the gold ball in a matter of about 20 seconds.
First free throw, and it's good. That is Jalen Jones, just a 50% free throw shooter. Looked good with that stroke. Jones has been one of the keys tonight, averaging only 2.3 points per game. He's got 11, now 12 points. It takes somebody like that to step up that you don't expect, the old X factor, if you want to win a state title. Garner, the rainbow three-pointer in the corner, and that should do it. Lehman, does he have one more? Yes, he does. And Amanda Elzy is about to win its first state championship. And there it is. And the Panthers are celebrating. (56-47). And you see the Dunkathon's last chapter of the book written by Lehman tonight. Wow, he put on a show above the cylinder. And all smiles for the Panthers from Amanda Elzy. Take nothing away from Corinth. The Warriors had a fine year, finishing at 29-6. Amanda Elzy wins the state title at 27-5. Both teams came into this game averaging 71 points a game, with the final scoreboard read a lot less, 56-47. How about a game summary, Stephanie?
Great effort by both teams. I think the difference in the game was that really the second quarter that Amanda Elzy got off to that starter for the pressure that led to those easy baskets. Corinth made a run, but it just wasn't enough.
And we'll have more of our post-game report, including the crowning of the trophies, when we return to Jackson right after this.
Shown opportunity, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come. Lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service. A feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the MHSAA network, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Raheem Lehman and the Amanda Elzy Panthers are your boys, Class 4A state champions this year, winning it by 9 tonight over Corinth. There's that gold ball. Todd Yates has a very happy head coach standing by.
He is happy indeed. Some of those gray hairs might actually turn back to their original color. Coach, you've done a lot in your career. You've been an all-conference player, an all-American player, a first-round NBA draft pick. But you told me before the game you've never been able to play for a championship, and you were taking this really personally. Now that you've not only played for one but won one, what does it mean?
It's incredible, man. I've never won a championship before. And I'm just happy that these guys play hard all season. They stayed humble, they stayed grounded, and they work hard. I owe all the credit to them. Coach Barrett, Ted Barrett, he was an asset for me, and I'm just happy that we won it, man.
Coach, you've been number one in 4A most of the year, so you've had the bullseye on your back. There's a chance with only 2 starters graduating, you might be number 1 overall next year and have another bullseye on your back. With what you're building at Elzy, are you ready for every year teams to know that Elzy is a contender for a state championship?
Oh, yeah. We want people to know that there's some good basketball players in the Delta. And Coach Barrett and I, we're doing all we can to let everybody know that there's some good basketball up here in the Delta. And I want to thank God for allowing me to coach this team this year and for helping us win this championship.
Coach, congratulations. Will, he's gone toe-to-toe with Chris Jackson, and now he is a state champion.
Yes, he did go toe-to-toe with Chris Jackson. Scored 53 that night in an overtime win for Ole Miss. But I got to figure, Stephanie, that doesn't quite compare to the feeling that he's enjoying right now, and you saw it in his eyes. I mean, he was misting up there. He was watering up in those eyes. Very emotional head coach there.
Yeah, definitely. You can see it like he was fighting back tears. But, you know, just to be here, you know, with all the history that he has and being able to take his alma mater and bring a championship back, I mean, that's just a wonderful feeling. They should enjoy it tonight.
Maurice Dunlap was crowned the MVP. He had 15 points tonight. Lehman had 15, 6 of 11 from the floor. I wonder how many of those 6 were dunks. I know of at least 4 or 5. Lehman really put on a show above the cylinder. Jones had 12 points tonight to help lead Amanda Elzy. And there is the shot. A slow-mo shot of your MVP, Maurice Dunlap. Right when the game was on the line, he really stepped up.
He really did. Like I said, you're looking at a future star. Like I said, he's a very impressive sophomore. I think probably one of the better young players, the better young talents in the state of Mississippi. And look for him to do great things in the future with this team.
Gerald Glass thinks this team is ready to come back. And with Dunlap as his prize player, I think that's a good shot happening. And keep in mind, Gerald's son, Gerald Jr. was hurt earlier this year, the 6'6 sophomore, and so he'll be back playing for his dad next year and the Panthers as they hoist the gold ball. That's what it's all about here down in Jackson. That feeling, the emotion, look at those smiles. That's a moment these guys will never forget. So congratulations to the Amanda Elzy Panthers, your state champs in 2012 in Class 4A boys. Win it tonight over Corinth by the final of 56-47. 2 great games, Stephanie. I'm looking forward to 2 more great ones with you tomorrow.
Yes, great games, great players tomorrow. I'm excited about it.
That'll do it. As we review this big day recap that we had here of day 2 of the state championships. It all has started, and we have had winners, first off, by H.W. Byers. They came back and beat Coldwater. But then it was the Coldwater boys that won a state title over Biggersville. There you see Coldwater knocking